This is an interview a long time coming. I'm Landon Stolar here with Landon Castle. Now, Castle is from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I used to work at KGAN in Cedar Rapids. We never met when we were there. Wearing their throwback uniforms, the Nittany Lions pounced all over Purdue backup quarterback Jack Plummer.
And same school as Player of the Year.
Well, that kind of gives it away, but yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Jimmy, you told me it never rains out here, right? I mean, come
right.
on, man. It is a soggy, wet day here in Pasadena. All you need to do these days to place a wager is have your smartphone. So even a novice like me can join a team of three, pick up a dart, lean in, and throw. I don't have a twin, unless, of course, I just edit one in. You don't have to be a twin to be on the Williams Valley Trap team. You will notice coaches wearing sneakers, and I can't help but notice yours. What goes into deciding how to design something like that?
And then I said we could no longer be friends, so.
Well, that's interesting because you guys have been teammates and friends your whole lives. How are you going to embrace becoming rivals? Still haven't won a game in February.
Oh, man.
Been a rough one.
All right. Maybe because it's not so cold.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Landon.
They do play on ice, Chelsea. 2 decades ago, busloads of fans made the trip from Scranton to Syracuse, all to watch Jerry McNamara play basketball.
The pride of Scranton, Pennsylvania, number 3, Jerry McNamara.
It was deja vu Saturday, not to watch him play, but to see what McNamara's career was defined by, a memorable moment.
I was nervous. I was going to get emotional. I was. Just the environment in terms of all my teammates being here. I mean, it's just it's a remarkable day. It's a day I'll never forget.
After their game against Wake Forest, Syracuse retired McNamara's number 3 jersey, raising it to the rafters of what's now the JMA Wireless Dome. They did the same for Hakeem Warwick. The Orange also honored the 2003 National Championship team, a party that would not be complete without Carmelo Anthony. A celebration 20 years in the making, and McNamara is a big reason why.
He's just the heart and soul. He's just a tough guy. He doesn't look like he's all the hype, but as soon as we start playing, I knew he was going to be a special player.
McNamara started at Bishop Hannon before becoming a folk hero with the then Orangemen. The electric player from the Electric City went on to electrify the Dome, always in front of family and friends. The same family and friends still supporting him today.
I've seen more people from Scranton in here today than I've seen in the last 2 weeks in Scranton. Everybody that I've seen over the last couple of weeks, they've made it a point to say, we will see you in Syracuse.
It's just been overwhelming, and that is the point. The overwhelming support, the Scranton and surrounding areas have supported him from the get-go.
It's just been so fun to have so much support from both Syracuse, New York, and from Scranton, PA, hometown. And I'm humbled that to this day that people would still make the drive. And all those years and all those fun 4 years here of all the great games that I was a part of, I think people wanted another taste of that tonight.
It's a great culmination of his career today. We've been fans of Jerry since his Holy Rosary days, Bishop Hannon, obviously the Syracuse days. Today's just a sort of finality to it all, you know? It feels like it's actually coming to an end today.
McNamara's Syracuse story is far from over. After netting a school record 400 career three-pointers, GMAC has now spent over a decade as an assistant coach. His name is synonymous with Syracuse and Scranton, and now his number 3 jersey proudly hangs here in the Dome for all time. In Syracuse, Landon Stolar, News Watch 16 Sports. There is no 31 on the Abingtonites boys basketball roster, but there is tonight. Martin Hasty is a team manager. He's on the autism spectrum. He's also a senior, and along with his fellow seniors on senior night, he played and started against Wallenpaupack.
I'm finally a player for tonight. It means everything to me, you know. All the past players, the current players, they mean the world to me. They're always cheering me on, off and on the court.
Before the games, I give him a lifesaver. I said, here, this game, you need extra energy. Here's 3. The kids love him. He loves them.
The plan to have Hasty suit up in this game goes back to this past summer, making this a moment months in the making.
Sent a letter to the PIAA, say he's on our team now. First, we were just going to let him dress up. But now we said, no, we're going to start all the seniors. He's a senior, so started like that, and then we just kept it a secret. and we just gave it to him yesterday, number 31.
And at the end of the game, the moment he'll never forget.
I mean, this is very special to me. I mean, I'm very emotionless, but I thought this was very emotional for me to have me the opportunity to play.
We're just honored that this would even be an opportunity for him. We never in a million years thought he would have this opportunity. We just wanted him to help out with the team.
It just makes you think as a coach there's more than basketball. You know, if you could help somebody and make somebody to be happy, that's better than winning any basketball game.
All right, we got a little gift for you, all right? Game ball, baby!
Scoring and soaring for the Comets. Landon Stolar, News 116 Sports, Lackawanna County.
1, 2, 3, family!
Two linemen from Luzerne County are in the middle of the trenches and the playoffs. The Giants' Mark Lewinsky grew up in Wilkes-Barre. His journey took him from Lackawanna College to West Virginia to 3 NFL teams, but it began at GAR, playing for Tony Khalifi.
You know, his senior year, he just flourished. He really played well. He dominated people up front. He was a leader on the line, and the next step was to get him to Lackawanna, where Coach Duda did a great job getting him to where he had to be.
You know, Mark is a really interesting story. You know, he came here and really worked himself into being a Division I player, and I don't think it's ever been really easy, right? Like, he never had an easy path. I mean, everybody's talking about, you know, a GAR high school guy, good football player, but nobody ever dreamed he'd be in this level. So great to see a good person have good things happen to him.
They're going to kick out with the right guard, Mark Lewinsky.
I have a sense of pride. I can't fool anybody. I do. I mean, to coach somebody and see him have this type of success, it's just great.
Another offensive lineman from Luzerne County will suit up on Sunday with Dallas. Connor McGovern is a few years younger than Glowinski. His path to the NFL a bit more straightforward. From the black turf here at Lake Lehman to Penn State to the Cowboys, where he spent his entire NFL career.
Every time the Cowboys come on, my son's yelling for me. Just to have that connection that somebody's on that stage of life right now and to be a part of it and watch it, to say, hey, I coach that kid, or my son and daughter say, I know him. I think a lot of people will always say, you know, how hard he works and you need hard work and everything else like that. I think everyone forgets the component with family.
And then here's Connor McGovern.
There's a tremendous sense of pride. I mean, obviously he has size, he has strength, he has a work ethic, but you hear that a lot of different athletes out there. But he has a mental toughness. I think that comes from being the baby of 3 boys. I'm waiting for the time where they actually, you know, throw him a pass or they allow him to run the ball, which would be, you know, every big boy's dream out there. But it's nice to know for me when I see them in those positions that they are game planning around him, knowing what his strengths are. And anytime you're that much of a focus in the offense where they could use you as the focal point of any attack is a great honor.
Landon joining us now with sports, starting off with some wrestling.
Yeah, and Rennie, can you believe we're already talking about teams qualifying for states? Getting to be that time of year. It's Championship Saturday on the mats. Pittston Area High School hosting the District 2 Wrestling Team Dual Championships. 2 titles and 2 upsets. We'll start in Class 3A. Undefeated Abingtonites beat Delaware Valley just a week ago. Warriors down 9-0 early, but at 172, A.J. Dirksen with the fall to get them on the board. Then at 2:15, his teammate Chris Delabella with another fall. DV has the momentum within 13-12. They complete the comeback at 285. Aiden Black avenges his loss a week ago to J.J. Gorick. A 7-4 decision. They take a 15-13 lead into the lighter weights. They go back and forth, but at 133, Dom Moyer wins a major decision. 9-1. Defending state champ Zach Jackaruso came back and he won by forfeit. And just a week after falling to the Comets, the Warriors get their revenge. 37-25. They're heading to states as the District 2 Class 3A champs.
This sport really comes down to strategy, and I think that we tried to get the matchups that we can. We did win the toss, which helped us out. And obviously we did have Zach back in the lineup, and we thought that he was going to have a match, and then he went out there and got a 6 with a forfeit, which, you know, is fine by us.
Class 2A title, Lackawanna Trail and Honesdale. Lions won the regular season duel, and they had the early lead again at 172. This is Adegan Ross from Trail with the pin. Lions take a 12-6 lead. They were ahead 21-12 with 7 weight classes left, but the Hornets come all the way back to take the lead at 121. Justin Scanlon there. 133, Braden McLaughlin with a 5-3 decision over Garrett Fowler. That gave the Hornets a 15-point lead with only 2 weight classes left. Honesdale gets the revenge on Lackawanna Trail 42-26 to win the District 2 Class 2A team dual title and punch their ticket to Hershey.
I just think the whole season, we don't have a ton of kids that are state level, hammers. We just have a team of really solid, hardworking kids. And I think that's been probably the key to our success all year is just their resiliency, and they just battle. And I think you saw that tonight. We had some really big efforts all up and down that lineup.
Warrior Run and Shikellamy won the District 4 titles, as did Central Mountain in District 6. Well, we are just over a week away from Super Bowl 57. The Eagles and Chiefs, who are becoming regulars in this game. A big reason why, their general manager, Mount Carmel native Brett Veach. Nikki Kreis and I both spoke with Veach earlier this week over Zoom. Now, here's a little more from our conversation about his journey from the Big Red to Arrowhead. From the Silver Bowl to the Super Bowl for the third time in 4 years.
Just working in the NFL is certainly a dream come true, and then to think that you've had the opportunity to play in 2 Super Bowls, 3 now, potentially a chance to win a second it's a little bit surreal for sure, and it's almost like a dream.
But that's reality for Kansas City Chiefs general manager Brett Veach, a native of Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania. Veach began his front office journey in 2004 alongside Andy Reid, then with the Eagles, the same team they'll both face in Super Bowl 57.
It's hard enough just to get to the Super Bowl, but now to think you'll be playing a team and an organization that, Coach and I both work with. It'll be a lot of fun. It should be a really good game.
Before teaming up with Coach Reid in Philadelphia, Veach was a star running back at Mount Carmel, playing for Coach Dave Whitey Williams. Veach helped the Red Tornadoes win 2 PIAA state titles in 1994 and 1996. His parents, Bob and Donna, still live in town. And to this day, Veach, the GM of an NFL franchise, still follows Mount Carmel area football religiously.
I try to watch them all. We had a chance to beat Southern Columbia this year and then play them in the playoffs. They turned the tide on us at home in a snow game, so I watched that game. Between my dad and Coach Williams, they do a great job of keeping me posted. There's probably not a football Friday that goes by that I don't think about Mount Carmel.
Which is why he's willing to take the time for this story, even while preparing for the Super Bowl.
When you have weeks like this leading to the Super Bowl and you're so flooded with things and you're all over the place. When Coach Williams called me and asked me if I would spend some time with you, I kind of directly go back to those Mount Carmel roots, and there was no pause in my voice. I said, absolutely, let's get together.
Because for Veach, there would be no Super Bowl without the Silver Bowl.
As soon as our Mount Carmel game would be over, you'd hit the dance on Friday night, and then you'd jump right home and have your dad put on the highlights. So certainly the highlight of my high school career was going home watching you guys on TV. So it's kind of cool to be back here years later talking about Super Bowls, right?
It certainly is. Veach's high school days predate our Super 16 Dream Team. That started in 2003. You can watch the Dream Team Showcase Sunday at 7 right here, WNEP.
All right, Landon, thank you. And thanks for joining us, everyone.